So guys, I know how you like video about increasing the deposit. And of course, it's not the easy thing. So sometimes it takes a few attempts for me to make this kind of the videos, but still you like it. So today is the day. We're gonna use two indicators, moving average and ADX. Also gonna trade with short time trades with like 2 or 3 minutes to make the result faster. The goal is to make as best result as possible and not to lose entire deposit. And I'm gonna explain you everything in details, how I choose the currency pair, entry points, and more. So if you will watch it till the end, you will understand how to trade without any problems. So if you want to get new knowledge about trading absolutely for free, stay here. It's gonna be really interesting, and let's go. So guys, let's get started. I have just $10 on my balance. Not that much, but we're gonna work with that. So first thing we need to do is to choose indicators. First one is gonna be moving average. The period we change to 100 and EMA. After we just change the line width and click save. The second one is going to be ADX with default settings, and you'll probably think, what is going on here? On this indicator, 3 lines crossing each other, different colors, but guys, don't worry, now I will explain all about that. So let's find some currency pair. Here we can see a pretty good upward trend going for a long time. And we also can see that the blue line of ADX is higher than the yellow one. So the blue line is plus D is the strength of upward movement, and we can see if it's higher above all of the other lines, it's giving us a buy signal. Then we also can see minus D, negative directional indicator. Here we can see it by the yellow color, so this is the strength of downward movement. And the other line is orange one is ADX, so this is the trend strength. So now let's find the currency pair that is going to be the best, where we can open our first trade. So we need to be really sure about this one. And after, we'll explain you more about the indicators. Actually, I already had the videos, of course, about the moving average and the ADX at the same time, but it's better to repeat. Why not? So here we can see a pretty good upward trend. Let's change time frame to AM5. We can see the same. Okay, we changed the time of the expiration to 3 minutes, open here a buy trade. First of all, we can see that the blue line of ADX is higher than the yellow one, showing us that the buyers is stronger. Also, let's talk about ADX value, orange line. So we can see on the indicator some numbers on the right hand. So if we see that ADX orange line at 0 to 20, it's weak or no trend. It's a sideways market. If we see it from 20 to 40, it's a straightening trend. So it's a good range for trend trading. And now we can see it's around 35, so it's a good range for opening a trade in the upward direction. Then 40 to 60 is very strong trend, and 60 plus is extremely strong trend, often before a reversal or correction. But usually you would see probably 20 to 40, so it's kind of good range. Also, if you see that the plus D blue line is above minus D, its upward movement dominates, so it's a bullish trend. If you see that minus D yellow line is above plus D blue line, it's a downward movement dominates, so it's a bearish trend. And also if you see that plus D crossing the minus D, so it's blue line crossing the yellow line, it's a possible trend direction change signal. So here we can see, for example, before we opened our trade, it was a downward trend, and after 2 lines, blue line and yellow line, crossed each other and start moving in the upward direction. The blue line start moving in the upward direction, showing the buyer's power. So that's why we opened here trade up as well, but we got some corrections. Now it's moving closer to entry point, so I hope it's gonna be good. Let's see 43 seconds. Okay, 35 seconds. It's a new candle appear on the chart. It's still not in the plus here. Okay, now it's moving pretty fast. 25 seconds here. 21, 20. Okay, here I need to count every second. Okay, going pretty good. 12 seconds. 10 seconds. I hope everything's gonna be great here. 5 seconds for 3, 2, 1, and we did it. Okay, the first trade was not the best one. It was kind of stressful at first, but in the end it was pretty good. So now let's change to other currency pair. Oh, here's a lot of the fluctuations in the market. In general, of course, is the upward trend here. Let's change to M5 time frame. We see that the blue line is above the yellow line, giving us a buy signal. Also, the price is above our moving average, also giving a buy signal. But so many fluctuations with the red candles, so I need to be really careful here. And better to change the chart. Actually, because if you're not sure, better to change it and be more calm. Here we can see that it was a downward trend before, and I think it creates a new support level and now start reversing in a upward direction. Yeah, still some red candles happening on the chart, but it's just a corrective one. So I think it will reverse in the upward direction. Just wait for a good entry point, change to 2 minutes, and open here a buy trade. Let's see, let's wait. Also, how to use ADX. First of all, identifying a trend's presence. So if ADX, our orange line, is less than 20, it's sideways market. We were talking about this before, so better to avoid trend trading. Also, second of all, determining trend direction. You need to see which line plus D or minus D is higher. So if plus D are blue line is above, it's a bullish trend, so look for buys. If minus D above, it's bearish trend and you need to look for sells. Third of all, it's entry signals. You need to check it out when plus D and minus D crossovers, when ADX is rising. So if plus D crosses minus D upward, it's possible bullish trend start. If minus D crosses plus D upward, possible bearish trend start. So you need to check it out for all of these details. Yeah, it's not that easy, but at the same time, it's allowing you to miss all of the false signals, because sometimes, of course, indicators can give you false signals. So you need to check it out for everything, for support, resistance levels, candlestick patterns, price action, also the indicators that you use. I also like to use actually two moving averages at the same time. For example, moving average 100 and moving average 20. So when it crosses each other, also is giving you a pretty clear signal. But today I decided to do some challenge and use only one. So it's 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1, pretty confidently. So we close this trade. Okay, perfect. So we change our amount of money per trade to 36, and open here another buy trade. We don't need to change this currency pair because it's the real market. Canadian and Japanese yen payout here is plus 92%. That's pretty rare actually, so we just stay at this one. Also, what is the important nuances about ADX indicator? First of all, ADX does not predict but shows the established strength of a trend, so it kind of lacks and gives you the signal with a delay, as most of the indicators actually. And also during sideways markets, ADX often sticks at low levels, so you just better skip it. Third of all, to filter false signals, it's often combined with EMA, moving average, that's showing you global trend direction. Also, RSI or stochastic for overbought or oversold zone. I recommend RSI more. Now we have 50 seconds till the end. It's going pretty well, guys. Let's see. As you can see, still, our price is below the moving average, and if you watch my other videos, you probably know that if our price is lower than the moving average line with a period of 100, it's like giving the sell signal. But here we're trading with the short time trades, so it's not working sometimes that clear, because again, it's just giving the delay, the same as the ADX, because we're trading on the short-term trades. So now it's 15 seconds till the end. It's going pretty well. Okay. It's 10 seconds. Pretty confident with not that much fluctuations or something else. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we close the trade in the plus. Okay, perfect. So I'm actually thinking to change this chart, so it would be a little bit more interesting. We change amount of money, time of the expiration to 3 minutes, and we're gonna find a new currency pair. For example, euro and Canadian dollar. Okay, here's pretty good downward trend going on the chart right now. It was the upward trend before. Now the blue line is still above the yellow line, showing that like the buyers is still stronger, but actually we can see that it's the time for the sellers to take a place. So that's why we open here sell trade for 3 minutes. So yeah, you probably would say to me, Lisa, why need the indicators if you're not following it? But actually soon we will have the signal from the ADX when you see, because the yellow line is pretty close to blue line, and I remind you that yellow line is -D, is the strength of downward trend. So soon it will cross each other and shows the sell signal, but we're just going to open a trade in advance, so it's pretty good. Also here, step-by-step ADX strategy. First step is time frame, M1 to M5 for quick trades. As you may notice, I'm changing some time the time frame to M5 to also check it out what is the global trend there to make the decision, but I trade on M1 still and look for the entry points on M1. I had the other video on my YouTube channel before about trading on the two charts at the same time, M1 and M15. On M15, for example, you look for a global trend. On M1, you looking for the entry points and open a trade. So it's pretty good, guys. Go watch it right now if you still didn't do that. So the first step is time frame. The second of all is settings. ADX period equals 14. It's classic one. Here I have the same, so I recommend you to do as well. Third step is trend filter. You need to look at the ADX. If you see that ADX is more than 20 and rising, it's trend present. If you see that ADX is less than 20, that means it's sideways market, so it's better to skip this currency pair and find a new one. Fourth step is direction. You need to check it out +D and -D. If +D, in this case, the blue line is above the yellow line, buy trades. If -D, yellow line is above the blue line, it's sell trades. The fifth step is entry. When +D and -D cross in trend's direction, you can make the decision also about changing of the trend, for example, in a different direction, and also open a trade. And confirm it with the candlestick patterns or support resistance levels, because it's pretty important. Still, it doesn't matter what kind of strategy you use, you always need to confirm with candlestick patterns and support resistance levels. So now we have, by the way, guys, 20 seconds till the end. It's going pretty well. As you can see, two lines of ADX, the yellow and the blue one, already start crossing each other. The yellow one now is above the blue one, but as you can see, if we open a trade here, it would be already not that good entry point, right? So it's 3 seconds, 2, 1, and we close the trade in the plus. Also perfect. We changed the amount of money, and we're going to change the currency pair, because after this kind of the fast downward movements, it could be some kind of the corrections that we could get into, so it's not that really good. Okay, it's euro/USD. We open here definitely a buy trade for 3 minutes. So you can see, even without all of the indicators, we can make this decision. It was a downward trend before, it achieved this support level, start reversing in an upward direction. We also can see when it achieved the support level, it's a lot of the lower wicks on the candles, showing that the sellers were trying to break this level, but they couldn't, and that's why it started rising. Also, we can see that two lines of ADX right now is crossing each other, showing us that it could be a reversal that's already actually happening. As I told you before, it's a little bit delayed, as most of the indicators. And the blue line right now is going to be above the yellow line, giving us also a buy signal. And about the moving average, because we talked only about ADX, but about moving average, actually a lot of people know about this indicator, and they use it, but they don't know actually what to do with that, how it's actually working. They're only looking at the, for example, when they use two lines of EMA, and they see when they just cross each other, and they're also getting this as a signal. But it's so much more information that you can get from this indicator, and I will tell you what. So first of all, what is EMA? EMA is exponential moving average. It smooths the price and shows the average over a certain period. But unlike SMA, it's simple moving average. It gives more weight to recent prices. So that's why, by my opinion, EMA is better than SMA, and I see a lot of the traders also using EMA compared to the SMA. You will ask me, what is the EMA 100? Why it's not EMA 50 or something else? So period equals 100 candles on the time frame you're viewing. So it shows the average price over the last 100 candles. It reacts faster than SMA 100 to new price movements. So that's why we use it here. Also, the main functions of EMA 100. First of all, is defying the global trend. So price above EMA 100, we were talking about this before, is overall bullish trend. If price below EMA 100 is overall bearish trend. But again, overall, because in this overall bearish or bullish trend, it still could be some mini trends, that we can catch as well. And for example, just now we can see that our green candle will cross. Yeah, it crossed already the moving average, but at the same time we can see that the resistance level is pretty close and just a little bit higher than our moving average. So our candle could achieve this result and after again go in the downward direction. So we'll see. It's 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we close it again. Okay, let's change our amount of money. And we open here a buy trade again for 3 minutes because it's still some time and distance till the resistance level that we have here. So yeah, let me draw here for you the resistance level so we would see that. Let's also check it out on the M5 time frame. Yep, here it is. Let's wait, because here we got a corrective candle right now. Kind of the fluctuations, but I hope it's gonna be fine. Also, one of the main functions of EMA 100 is dynamic support and resistance. So in uptrends, EMA 100 often acts as a support. Not so many people know about this. And also in downtrend, EMA 100 often acts as resistance. So also need to check it out for that. Oola, now we have just 2 minutes till the end, and I'm not sure that it will reverse. So now as we can see, our price just achieved the moving average and started reversing from this. So it just worked as the resistance level here, as we just talked about. Or maybe not, maybe it will reverse for just 1 minute and 40 seconds. I hope so, and we will not need to open a catch up here. Also signal filter, one of the main functions of EMA. So you need to trade only in trend direction, also with price action and indicators at the same time to avoid false trades. But how to read EMA 100? So first of all, slow. If EMA rising, it's uptrend, pretty easy, right? If it's falling, it's downtrend. And if EMA is flat, it's sideways market, and you need to avoid trend trading here and just change it to another currency pair. We have just 1 minute till the end. So guys, we have just 5 seconds here. We're not gonna close this one. Yeah, but it's fine. We're gonna find some other currency pair right now. Okay, well, we'll just wait here for a good entry point. I'm thinking to open here a buy trade. So let's just wait a little bit. So yeah, here we open a buy trade for 3 minutes. We can see that our price is above the moving average, giving us a buy signal, right? That's what we're talking about. So here we can see that our price is above the moving average line, giving us a buy signal. Definitely, yes, a lot of the fluctuations, but we still have some time till the resistance level, so it's good. I think after it will reach the resistance level, it will start to reverse definitely, but for now it's going pretty great. So what is also the practical application of moving average EMA with 100? First of all, it's trend based trade filtering. Same logic for M1, M5, and 15, and the rule is buy when the price above EMA 100, so EMA sloping upward, and sell when price below EMA 100, EMA sloping downward. That's pretty easy to understand, but also need to filter it with other indicators and candlestick patterns, support resistance levels, and more. Second of all, pull back trading. So in a trend, wait for price to pull back to EMA 100 and enter after confirmation from a candlestick pattern or level. For example, for buy trade, you see that price above EMA 100, after price pullbacks down to EMA 100, then you see bullish candle or pattern forms, for example, engulfing or pin bar, and you enter a buy trade. Also, EMA 100 often combined with shorter EMAs, for example, EMA 20 or 50. So here you look for EMA crossover. So for example, if you see that EMA 20 crosses EMA 100 upward, it's a possible uptrend start. And if EMA 20 crosses EMA 100 downward, it's a possible downward start. How many times I said EMA in this video? I don't know, probably 100 times, but anyway. So that's why you will definitely understand everything. And what is the feature in nuances? That on the lower time frames, M1 to M5, EMA 100 may lag and give many false touches. So it's better as a direction filter with entries from other signals. And on higher time frames, for example 1 hour, EMA 100 works great as a dynamic level for long-term trades. So the bigger the period, the smoother it is and the slower it reacts to new prices. So we close this trade, guys, by the way, in the plus. It's great. So we change our amount of money. So we wait here for a good entry point and open here a buy trade for 3 minutes, because we can see it touched the resistance level, so it could go higher than this. I hope so. I hope. Yeah, now it's going pretty well. So yeah, actually, of course, I always recommend to use 1% of your deposit per trade, not like I'm doing now, but this is some kind of the experiment, and this is really risk high trading. So if you want some kind of the experiments, of course you can do that, but at the same time you need to understand that it could be some losing and a big one, or maybe you can lose all of your deposit with trying to increase your balance from 10 to, I don't know, 300 and more, using every time almost all of the money that you have per trade, or 20% or 30%. So this is really high risk, and you need to understand all of the problems that could be after that, that you will need to recover all of your balance, or maybe start from the zero. So better not to risk, better just trade really slowly with 1% of your deposits. For example, if you have $100 in your balance, you use only $1 per trade. If you didn't close this trade in the plus, you just have the losing of $1. So you open the next trade for $2, and that's how you cover your losses and still have a profit. But of course, pretty important to also check it out for the payout, because if the payout is going to be too low, you will not have a profit from the catch up, and you will just cover your losses. For example, in the zero, it's also not that bad. For example, if you don't want to use the catch up system as it usually happens, like doubling your amount of money per trade, you can just, for example, your first trade is $10, your next trade is going to be $11. So that's how you will cover your losses, and you will be in the zero after this losing trade. So now, guys, it's 1 minute and 5 seconds till the end. Let's wait. I hope it's gonna be great. We're in a plus, everything is good. We can see that the blue line is above the yellow line, giving us buy signal. Definitely now it's a little bit reversed in a downward direction. Let's see, it's minus 2 points, pretty close to our entry point still. Ooh, now it's not good. It's definitely not good. We can see a pretty fast downward movement. So let's change our amount of money per trade. Wait for this trade to close, because I think it's not going to be successful. Definitely depends on what happened, but as you can see, it happens pretty quickly. We didn't expect that, and that's what could happen as well to you. So need to be careful here. Okay, now it's 3 seconds, 2, 1. Yeah, it didn't work. So we're gonna change the currency pair. Let's check it out. Euro dollar. No, it's not good. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. Pretty good upward trend. Also blue line and orange line crossing each other. So we open here a buy trade for 3 minutes. Let's also check it out on the time frame M5. Yeah, it's looking pretty great. The resistance level is here. Is the upward trend going? Let's come back to M1 time frame. On the M1, we can see the same. The blue line is above the yellow line, giving us the first buy signal. Orange line ADX is around like 35 or something, even 40 maybe. So it's showing that the trend is pretty strong, and it's good for opening a trade in a trend, in the upward in this case. Also, we can see that our price is above moving average line, also giving us a buy signal, and we can see it also by support resistance levels and the candlestick patterns as well. So now it's 2 minutes 7 seconds. We got just a fast correction candle, but I think it's gonna change. Now it's 2 minutes. Okay, it's fluctuating a little bit, so we will just wait. So now start reversing a little bit in the upward direction. It's pretty good. 1 minute 45 seconds. Okay, it's going pretty well. And here we don't have a room for a mistake. Let me draw also here for you the levels. So here was the level when we open trade. It was the previous resistance level before. So after our price could go to this second line, and the main resistance level is the third line that was created before. So our price could actually go to this level. But also pretty important thing that our support resistance levels is always changing. So need to understand that it could change anytime, and you will just get some reversal in the middle of the trend where you were thinking that it will still be pretty strong upward trend. So now it's 50 seconds. Okay, it's pretty good. It's a new candle appear on the chart. 45 seconds. A lot of your trades depends on the currency pair that you choose. If you will choose a currency pair with a sideways market or flat or a big volatility, of course it's going to be really hard to trade there. So it's better to find a chart with consistent and strong upward or downward trends. So it's going to be easy for you. So yeah, we close this one. Perfect. So we change our amount of money and we open here a buy trade again for 3 minutes because it's still the continuation of the upward trends. Oh, it would be better to open here, for example, right now. So guys, it's 5 seconds here and we got this red big candle and it didn't have time to reverse, so we didn't close this one. So let's find some other currency pair. Here's a pretty good one. Let's open here a sell trade for 3 minutes. We can see the yellow line is above the blue line, showing the strength of the sellers. Also, let me draw it for you. Here's our price right now. After it could go to this level, is the previous support level, right? Let's check it out on the time frame M5. Yeah, here it is. So I hope everything is gonna be good. It will not reverse at this moment, because again, we don't have any possibility for a mistake. So now it's 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Also, we can see that the orange line, the ADX line, is at the level 24, a little bit higher. So it's in the good range of 20 to 40 that we can open a trade in the trend. So that's what we did. Also, our price is below the moving average line, also showing us the strength of sellers. So here it's pretty obvious, but at the same time, even if all of the indicators is giving you the same signal, you can get some correction candles as we get in the previous trade. So that's why we didn't close it, or some volatility, or for example, a reversal that was not expected. So need to be really careful. It's 1 minute 32 seconds. So let's wait. It's pretty confidently going in the downward direction. So guys, now we have just 12 seconds till the end of our trades. It's going pretty well. Okay, so it's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we close this trade in the plus. Perfect. So guys, I hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because here I post so many information about trading absolutely for free, and we will see each other on the next trading session. Bye bye.